Hey guys, so with Fat Boy Winter, right, we have to watch what we eat. So I did a bit of meal prepping yesterday. So in here we have potato and leek soup, and it's very, very easy to make. It's really cheap. It's like literally potatoes and leeks, which are basically just big green onions. Takes maybe like a half hour to cook that. I'll make a big batch of it. I love it. You can put some cream or milk, whatever you like in it. Or like, if you're vegan, don't. And so we're gonna use this. We have some pencil asparagus. You can use regular asparagus. If you don't like asparagus, I guess you could do this with green beans or something. So this is gonna be really quick and easy. Put that here. I like having weeknight meals that I don't have to do too much with. So a simple vegetable, a simple protein. I've been doing fish a lot lately because it's pretty good for you. It cooks fast, and I like fish. So yeah, so we're gonna get everything going. The way to cook this asparagus, and you can, again, green beans, peas. Basically, I just use a shallow pan filled with a little bit of water. I'm going to bring that water to boil. I put a little salt in there. And you'll see it's going to start bubbling pretty good here in a minute. I'm going to dump that in. I'm going to get the pan going for the fish. You get that nice and hot. Well, that's pretty much it. This is really not rocket science. And again, the meal prepping helps. Like, the nice thing about doing something like this is, like, the process itself doesn't take very long. We're gonna start to finish be done here in maybe like 10-15 minutes tops. So I've got my fish. Sometimes you might want to trim it a little bit. Like, see, there's a little of this gray skin kind of thing. Take a knife, trim that off. There we go. The other thing too with anything that you're gonna pan sear, or even if you're gonna roast it, whether it's fish or meat, you want to dry it, because it's not going to give you that nice crust if it's wet. It just doesn't work. So I like to take it out. I'll give it a rinse, dry it off with some paper towels. Now I'm gonna do a little salt and pepper and olive oil, and that's gonna be, well, that's gonna be that. You really don't need to get stressed about this, and you don't need to go crazy with it. This is just easy weeknight food. That's good for you too. So that's one. Got two more pieces. And this is haddock, I think. I don't even know. It's a wild Icelandic fish. I don't know. I get it from Fresh Direct. It's good. It's not all that expensive. It was on sale. So we're going to do this. Get a spoon. Now, I'm not really measuring like all that crazy here. I just kind of am eyeballing it. A little bit of salt, not too much. Enough pepper. Back with the oil. And the oil's really just This fish is very lean. These kind of white fishes don't often have any fat, or not much fat, so you do need to give it a little something to get it browning. And that is basically it. Alright, so the asparagus is done. This soup is probably close to done. Like, I'm not lying when I say this is really easy and really fast. So I'm going to drain off most of the water. I'll leave a little bit, a couple tablespoons worth. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little bit of butter, about a tablespoon, put it in there, and we're going to basically just make like a little sauce out of this. Now, so here's the thing. Butter, people are like, oh, butter's bad, fat's bad. Yeah, it can be if you eat a shitload of butter and fat, but that's not what we're doing here. Just remember, like, if you're counting your calories and counting your macros, you can use some butter, you can use some oil. Just know how much you're using and know how many calories are in it. People kind of say, oh, butter's bad, olive oil is better for you. Honestly, I don't really know the science on that, but I'll tell you that olive oil, like a tablespoon of olive oil is more calorie dense than a tablespoon of butter. So there's that. Give our soup a little stir. Crack some pepper in. That's done. The soup is warm. So all we're waiting on is this guy. Another couple minutes on this side and we'll flip it. So on equipment, this is just a basic non-stick pan, so is this. I don't always use non-stick pans because they can be kind of finicky and they scratch really easy, and if they do scratch, you got to throw it out because they can give you cancer and all this stuff. Don't use metal on a non-stick pan. Like, see, this thing's like, I don't know, one of those rubbery silicone type things. Use something like this, not something like this. So I'm going to try and flip this guy. Come on. There we go. And see, it's just kind of like a little bit golden brown. Mostly because put a little olive oil on it. Alright, so since I'm doing this all special for you guys, maybe I'll fancy it up in here. So, I'm going to throw in some capers, a little bit salty, nice little pop of salt. Throw a few of those guys in there. You don't need a lot, just a little bit goes a long way. Throw in like literally a teaspoon of butter, teaspoon of oil, so this is just parsley. If you don't like parsley, don't use parsley. I like parsley, so I'm going to put it on. And again, this is just like easy weeknight thing. You don't have to go crazy. I made a mess. Throw your stuff in. Don't drive yourself nuts. Do a little lemon. Why not? Share a little lemon with that guy. All right. And that fish is cooked. So this is how we're going to plate this. Yeah. We go in with the soup. Piece of fish. Drop in the asparagus. And that's it. We're gonna go eat. You don't need to do takeout. You don't need to go out to eat. We're at 14 minutes, 30 seconds. That's it, done, dinner. I'm gonna go eat, bye.